Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, enemies, and comrades, I hope you're doing well on this Friday. It's late night in Kenya, and it's afternoon somewhere in North America. It's it's night time in Europe. Wherever you are, Karibu Sana, this is Kenya Revolutionary. I'll be brief. Very brief, okay? Maybe 30 minutes max, maybe an hour most, but probably 30 minutes, okay? So Karibu Sana, I won't be here for long again. There's something that's happening in Kenya. As you can see, the topic suggests top Kenyan government officials are Masons. When I say Masons, I don't mean bricklayers. I'm talking about Freemasons. Okay? Now, do your research. By the way, any information that I'm going to give in this session is merely conjecture on my part. So take it with a pinch of salt. Do your own research. It is not the gospel truth. So there you go. Okay. So what sparked this whole debate or discussion today? It was a tweet that was very interesting that I had to follow up. Listen to me. To me, as a armchair political expert, I usually try to see where the power lies. When I say lies, I don't mean lies as in lying. I mean, where is it coming from? Where is this authority coming from? These people who do such evil to innocent people unprovoked, what really drives them? So I'm not going to get into the whole conspiracy theory because I will put my hat on, my conspiratorial theorist hat for this, my tin hat, as they call it, for the sake of our session today, okay? But follow me with this, okay? There's precedents. Kenya, the top brass of the political elites, are involved in some occult organization. I will show you just circumstantial evidence, not just based on rumors, but some video evidence, some videos that suggest, otherwise and otherwise, okay? I will show you. Pritpal Kaur, thank you for joining me. I know everyone was talking about the Kindiki Kindiki's deputy president inauguration swearing in today that happened in KICC. I didn't pay much attention. I didn't even watch it because the whole process is unconstitutional. But that's not what I want to touch on today. I want to touch on something else, the spiritual aspect of this. Because remember, all physical beings, everything on this earth is subject to a spiritual authority, okay? Now, it depends which spirit is governing or leading or giving you instructions. There's two polar powers in this world, the light and the dark, the creator and the fallen angels. Now, if you don't believe that, if you're atheist or you're agnostic, God bless you. I have nothing against you, but let God help you out. Yes. Yeah, James Wood, you're right. This was after that Gor Mahia CEO, or whatever the case, came in and mentioned that Otiende Amolo was Freemason. Yes, I remember that. I even played a clip that was one day that was on an X that showed, how the Kenyattas are also Masons. Long overdue. Yes, Chief Niggas, I see you. Karibu sana. So yeah, but I will read the tweet that actually made me talk about this. Like I say, this is what sparked my, curiosity. I've been knowing this, but I just wanted to talk about it. I wanted to delve on it deeper, but I have to gather some information and, put all the clips together so that it can give you a good understanding of how these things work. Just a few names that I would like to name. There's a lady that was called Karen Hughes, Hudes. She passed away a few months ago or last year or something like that. She worked for the World Bank and she was exposing how World Bank were, bankrupting nations, sovereign nations, and all that stuff. And there's one interview that has been removed from the internet where she actually said that um, the top people at World Bank and all this stuff, the top people who really rule the banks, the banksters, and all the governments are actually not human beings. They're not human beings. These are spiritual beings taking human form. They are very, very callous and they don't care. And there was some, people were like, okay, she's going cuckoo, what is she talking about, whatever. She caught some flack after that. And a few months later, she had to like change a case and say, hey, I was getting wrong information, whatever the case is. Now that's one. But then I cross-reference what she said with what one, there's a young man, he's a pastor now. He was a member of a gang in Chicago and he got shot. And in his testimony, there's one time he was giving a testimony that actually I might find that clip. I don't know his name. I can just give you this clip so you can go watch it at your own time. But anyway, he gave an example that they would meet him, all the gang members in the region. He was from Chicago region. They will meet once a year to pay homage to the entity, the spiritual entity that was ruling, the spiritual ruler of that area. Okay. And he said, in his words, that there was one time when they went there, and while they were doing all these incantations and all this stuff, the spiritual beings appeared before them. And he said, every 4 years, these spiritual beings would transfer in every corner of the earth. Okay. I know I'm going deep on some other stuff, but I don't lose focus. Basically, he was saying these spiritual beings were the ones who gave instructions of what needs to be done, basically. Then there was another pastor who preached about this, and he gave an example of how the story of Daniel. I'm sorry, I'm not off the topic. I'm just giving you some stuff that you can reference with, okay? And he was mentioning that, majority of these world leaders, okay, just like in the days of Daniel, the king of the head, the head of Babylon, okay, the head of Babylon was getting instruction from the deity, the spiritual deity that was ruling Babylon and all that stuff. If you read the book of Daniel, you know what happens when Daniel was praying for 21 days. An angel appeared to him and actually explained to him that there were spiritual beings that were the rulers of the areas that came to attack him while he was bringing the good news to Daniel. Even Angel Michael had to come and intervene and help him out. So there is quite a number of people who, are voiced this whole thing that there's actually some spiritual deities, beings that, have communication with humans and give them instruction on how to rule or whatever the case is. But let's not get to that, because I know this might be too much. That class is too advanced for some of you. I'll bring it back to 101 class, to the 101 class, introductory class. Let's not go deep into that because you have to do your own research. Chief Negus, nice seeing you today. Yes. Oh, yeah. Chief Negus, yes, you're right. I agree with you. We are ruled by top-down hierarchy of Satanists who pledge their allegiance to Masonic organization based on the West. This is why Africa never moved forward, because of this gap. Absolutely. You are correct. In fact, it was so funny a few years ago when I was looking at that NASA. Do you remember that NASA group? Raila Odinga, Mudavadi, who was it? Wetangula and Kalonzo, I think. The pose, if you remember the pose, it was such a Masonic pose. It's ridiculous. All the signs were Masonic signs, but that's another day. Okay. Now let me show you something. Hi, Gypsy Corner, nice seeing you. Kahawa. Now, let me show you a tweet that actually kind of made me curious. led me to talk about this. Not curiosity, but just, I was like, really? Okay. Let's look at it. Look at this tweet. Follow me, follow me, follow me. This was after Kithure Kindiki was declared what? Was declared whatever. He was declared deputy president or whatever the case is. All right. So you can see. Can you see the screen? I hope you can see this. Let me remove my face down somewhere here. So maybe you can see it. All right. You see that? So Kindiki Ndioyo, he was being congratulated by the first person who congratulated was Sir Andy Chande. Is it Chande? Whatever his name is. He's a Grand Lord of a Lodge Order of the British Empire. He's a Grand Lord of Freemason. In fact, there was a few months ago who this. Yes. Absolutely. Do so, Danny. Chief Nuggets, please do so. This guy, the same Chande guy, he also, I think he was congratulating Caliph Cairo. Is it Cairo? Whatever his name is, that young man who sell cars or whatever. He was part of Gen Z, then he kind of fizzled out. I don't follow him anymore, but what's his name? Cairo? Yeah. Also suspected to be one of those. Okay. So you can see here, this is what sparked some interest among some people because it's apparent. Why should somebody, a Grand Lord of a Freemason, be the first one to congratulate you? That's something that, you must be part of the brotherhood, so to speak, right? I would believe so. I have no reason to believe otherwise, okay? So that is what actually led me to make this video. It is very unusual for somebody like that to come out publicly and say, hey, and if you look at Kindiki, Kithure, and William Ruto, you see Kenya for the past 10 years since Kibaki, since that government of national unity. The people who are taken to the ICC, Uhuru Kenyatta, Ruto, these are the people who have been really messing up this country. And they are the ones who have almost led us to a civil war. And they are both suspected to be Freemasons, allegedly. Now, let me take you down to history. I know you might be wondering, what are you talking about? Let me take you down to history a little bit. Hold on, wait a minute. Let's go to one of our beloved, now deceased, Arap Moi. This was an initiation of his Freemason. Here he is. Okay. You saw that with your own eyes. There was one by Kenyatta. There's one by Kenyatta. I made that video a few months ago, which also showed the Kenyatta one. Yeah, it's probably one of his sons or whatever the case is. I don't know. But for somebody who is outrightly a Freemason, huh? Uh, in fact, even our beloved Desmond Tutu and South Africa's President Mandela, they were also compromised. Okay. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Though that's South Africa, so not that. Where is that video for? There's one for South. Where is that Mandela one, which was also a video of him and Desmond Tutu. Okay, Desmond Tutu, who's a bishop, but it was quite heartbreaking to see that these leaders that we think are really great were all compromised. But let me see if I can find that very quickly. I played it a few months ago. Hold on. Okay, hold on. As I find it. Like I say, I didn't want to go deep in this. Because you have to do your own. I made a video. Actually, I made a video. I don't know if you guys. I made a video on this a few months ago. Did you? Should I play it here again, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters? But you get the point. It's in Cape Town. Okay. There's a video I made a few months ago, and it actually showed the video of Nino. It went. A lot of South Africans didn't want to. I was so mad at me on the comment section. They were like, "Oh my goodness, what are you doing? What?" They couldn't believe it. It was about Malema actually, and I mentioned also Madiba. But hold on, let me see. Hold on, I don't have it. Okay. Anyway, the reason why I bring this to you, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, enemies, and comrades, is because there's something, like I said, this whole gang of leaders, I told you, if you look at the signs that they make, public signs that these leaders, Kalonzo, Raila, Museveni, Ruto, Uhuru, who else? Wetangula. They usually make some very weird signs in publics, Masonic signs. Okay, like I told you, if you go look at, if you just Google them, the NASA pictures when they were in Pentagon or NASA, whatever the case is, you'll see there's so much. There's so much signs, hand signs that they make that basically shows Masonic signs that these people make, which just tells you that yeah, I'm trying to replay the video. Let me just see if I can find it. I played it somewhere. Hold on. Which video? The Moi one, or what are you talking about, niggas? Let me just. I didn't get. Oh, hold on. Let me just play this. This was Moi. This was Moi's initiation to Freemasonry, whatever the case is. Okay. Let me see. Okay, let me see if I can find it. What did I do with it? All right, it's right here. This was Moi. Hold on. Let me show you. All right, this is Moi. Okay. There you go. There you go. That's Moi for you. Moi was in it. Let me see if I can find uh like I say, I didn't plan for this, so that's why I'm all over. But I wanted to line up this video. There's a video of um Desmond Tutu and Mandela also being initiated, Knights of Malta. Um, I think the Okafor, is it Okafor for Ghana, openly came out and said he's a Mason. This is what I'm talking about. Okay. All right. Yes. James Wood, you're right. The Kenyatas are very connected with Queen Elizabeth, and Queen Elizabeth again. They are also, I think Queen Elizabeth and the Rothschilds are related by blood. So that tells you it's a deep topic, um, uh, and it's very interesting. Now, okay, I see that all African leaders have not been killed outside by CIA are part of these Masonic groups, including Jomo Kenyatta and Haile Selassie. Yes, Haile Selassie too. If you look through their photos, oh yeah, Haile Selassie that the Rastas knew, he was a Mason too. Um, Very sad, very sad, very sad. Yeah. Chief Niggas also tells us Kenya, Nairobi host headquarters. There's some clips that I think I have to find. They're on TikTok that exposes some MPs. Okay. I will bring it together. This was just a snippet of what might come. There's a video also of the Kenyatas also, and Kenyatta Jomo, being a Freemason, and Uhuru, and Mamangina being embroiled in that, just as James would have told us here. Listen, this is deep. This is deep. So I was wondering, there's a video that I played from a lady who was from Nyanza province. She's one of those prophetess or whatever the case is. And she mentioned, remember that, guys, a few days ago, and she mentioned why Gachagua was being removed. And this is somebody who, this lady is not someone who, she's not with the intelligence community or anything like that. This is somebody who just prays and sees things in the spiritual world. And she just said, hey, listen, Gachagua has been removed because he refused to sign some documents that will basically be selling Kenya. Okay. And that's basically why they want to get rid of him. He refused to sign some papers that will let Kenya be sold. Now, we're not here to say that Gachagua is a wonderful politician, a hero, whatever the case is. But, it's just weird how, they got rid of him very quickly. And even before that, like we keep on mentioning here, the visit by the American ambassador to the CS, the Ministry of Defense, and also the CIA head visiting Ruto for the second time in a year. That's quite interesting. That's what we found interesting. But I want to play you that video by that lady who was, again, this is a lady who just ni wale wanaomba, wale mama wanaomba, and they see things in the spiritual world. And I don't think she had any reason to defend Gachagua because number one, she's from like Ukondana, Siaya province, like Siaya county, sorry. Why will she say something to to defend Gachagua? Okay. That's what really caught my attention because this lady was, there's one of those prayer warriors, and she mentioned that, Gachagua has been prosecuted because, uh, you know, because of, him refusing to sign a couple of documents that will basically sell out Kenya. And that's why they are removing him. Of course, for us, Wananchi, who don't have the spiritual eyes, we don't know, we can't see it, we can't confirm it. But I just found it to be very interesting for someone like that. I found this lady, this is her. Just listen to what she says. Then I'll be right here. Just listen to her for a minute. Because this thing is spiritual. This warfare is spiritual, Kenya. And we have to deal with it as such.
William Somaya Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta. It is the same thing now that is happening between Mr. Gachagua and William Somaya Ruto. Because if you look at it deeply, even spiritually, you find that Mr. Our vice president has no mistake. If these people, governors and senators, they are talking about this, me, I would give you an example of our Siaya. Any money that drops in Siaya for development or for agriculture, you will find that it goes on a chopper and it goes out of the of Siaya town. Now, what about other governors? They are doing the same thing. Now, why are they frustrating our vice president as if themselves they are not doing the same thing that they're accusing him of? This accusation is Mr. Gachagua did not give out money that somebody, a politician, asked him to give out. That is why he's now bad. And I think that even a small child in the village knows who is bringing all the wrangles in Kenya. Mr. Gachagua has refused that nobody's going to play with Kenya. Nobody's going to play with particular place in Kenya. That is why he's now being pushed because he cannot give out the money that somebody is looking for from him, and he has not accepted to sign the documents for a sale of Kenya. Kenya is already sold. There's one person, individual here in Kenya that have already sold the Kenya because of gold, oil, and minerals. And I don't have to mention the name because I'm 100% sure anybody who hears this, whatever I'm saying, would now just guess who is this person. That is why the president of Tanzania died, because when they went and approached him about this money from European country to sell Tanzania, he said, no, he's not signing those documents. He doesn't need that money. That is the cause of the death of, I was in Tanzania. That was the cause of the death of the president of Tanzania.
All right, you heard that. Umesikia? Francis Gaito wrote something. Hold on, let me see. There's something that Francis Gaito also wrote. Yeah. Where is his crap? Can I get it? Let me see. Master of abductions. Yeah. Oh yeah, the interesting thing. Remember when all the Europeans condemned the abductions. There was one that did not condemn the abduction, and it was the ambassador to the US who refused to. Uh, Julius Okelo, is it Julius Okelo? Julius Okelo say there's nothing wrong with being Freemasons. Yeah, keep on going up the rank. You'll find out who's your God. Go in, go lose your soul. Go lose your soul, buddy. Go lose your soul. If you don't care about your soul, you can go ahead and do that. No problem. You have free will. God gave you free will. Go worship whoever you want. Uh, all right. Francis Guy there wrote, uh, notice something interesting. Yesterday's statement by ambassadors and high commissioners of UK, France, Germany, Swiss did not include the US ambassador, Meg Whitman, as has been the case previously. It seems they've isolated her because. What? Sorry, guys. All right. It seems that they've isolated her because she is a staunch defender of the regime and its atrocities, because she has put her personal business interests first as opposed to justice and good governance. Her endorsement has been critical in empowering and legitimizing all the misdeeds by the regime, and she turned out to be their main asset. In return, Ruto has mortgaged the country's sovereignty to the vested interest that she fronts and represents, because I doubt the ordinary American supports abductions, forced disappearances, corruption, and the likes. Free Aoko, #Free Aoko, #boycott Safaricom. There you go. So there she was. She was part of the people who went to the inaitwaje. Meanwhile, people were lining up to be paid, were being ferried and paid to attend the whatever you call it, that whatever was happening in Inyo. Okay, another one. An anonymous TikToker says Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto staged the Westgate terrorist attack in 2013 with the help of Aden Duale to shrug off the heat from ICC. Is it?
And it's well known, if you have people will start say it's propaganda, but if you have Uhuru and Ruto staged the Westgate attack because there was a lot of pressure from ICC to prosecute them for their war crimes in Kenya, the ones that happened during 2007 to 8 PEV. And it's well known, if you have people will start say it's propaganda, but if you have friends or if you have guys who work with the police, there was already inside information that there was going to be a terror attack. People warned their families. Of course, Duale, who have done a video on recently, was key in organizing this terror attack, and it was to reduce the heat from the ICC to not actually continue charging them for war crimes there. So they staged the attack and murdered 67 people. And so when I tell you guys we need to occupy properties owned by these guys, I'm not playing around. These people who have murdered way more people than you people can even fathom. And they staged a whole terror attack in a mall. And some people will start saying, oh, even Sijui Uhuru's niece, Sijui nephew was there. So what? You think these families behave like your families, or when they realized it, they started calling their kin and telling them? The way your family works, some of the way your family operates isn't how all these families operate, okay? They staged a terror attack, but what did you expect? This is the ICC duo of criminals. Of course, they stage a terror attack, yeah? And that's why I'm telling you, properties owned by this thieving political class. Uhuru, their properties are all over. Kenyatta's properties are all over. Ruto's properties are all over. Yeah. These are very dangerous criminals who we've left at the apex of our governance. And it's rearing its ugly head, the awful decision that Kenyans made on 2013, and again on 2017, and yet again in 2020. This Ruto isn't leaving office if we don't drag him by the neck from State House. Jambazi won't leave.
Okay. You had that. So anyway, this is the first portion of this. I will be back later for the second portion later on tonight at 12:30. So join me then. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. I'll try to bring all the clips together so we can delve a little bit deeper on these leaders who are Masons, agents of destruction, anti-God. They are satanists. They do not like humanity. These are misanthropes that are agents of the West, agents of the devil himself, that are here to plunder the wealth that are God-given to Kenyans, only for them to keep for themselves and their families and continue with their agency of destruction and promoting abomination in the land. Okay, I'll bring the second session at 12:30 Kenyan time, which is 6:30. I'm going to put together things so we can see, bring you their correlation. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, share, comment, and we'll talk later. Peace and blessings.